Hey, what's going on? It's your boy CliffNotes P, and we are back here at the CliffNotes Project Studios. And yes, another installment, another interview. Just enjoy this. I promise you this is really, really good. And you guys are asking, why is he wearing the sunglasses? He got the fisherman hat. You know what I'm saying? He's wearing this, real bright colors. Let's just say I thought we was going back to the gym. I was going back to this gym with this individual here. We're just going to say we was going to dominate the gym today, but no, it's not happening. This guy came in looking real fresh and dapper like a ninja, and I'm over here looking crazy. And for those that are old school like me, I'm perpetrating for real, as I got the Puma shorts, but yet I got the New Balance sneakers.
Yep.
Listen.
But hold on. At least he's color coordinated.
I appreciate that. I tried, because my wife looked at me like, you going out like that? Okay. All right. We'll talk later. So, but ladies and gentlemen, I never introduce my guests, and I'm not starting today. So with that being said, introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Dom, Big Dom, owner of DomN8 Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see me. Y'all see my Instagram. I'm out here.
You are.
Yeah, CliffNotes Project. You know, these are my notes. Hopefully my story doesn't become your story. But if it does become your story, just know that it's not the end.
Okay. Well, let's go over these notes, man, because this is part 2 or part 1, depending on how I edit it. Installation. We did a little workout.
Yes.
I was able to shadow you.
Yes.
And I want to say, I think you're crazy. A
lot of people do, actually.
Because that was a lot of weights. Yeah. You took no type of break. Like, I mean, just really real quick. I think your breaks really was when you were switching plates, bro.
Yeah.
And then you were just like, all right, let me take a sip.
I mix my water with my caffeine.
Yeah? What we got? What we got?
Ghost. I love the Sour Patch.
Okay. I'll tell you this. After that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this guy was just like, just in it talking to himself. He was just like really, really focused, but at the same time was giving me some good quality content. Is that how you are constantly when you go to the gym, or you was just doing it for the camera?
No, that's, you could ask anybody that I've ever worked out with. I'm constantly that way.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm a big proponent on pushing others.
Okay.
You know, and sometimes you never know what you say. It just might click in that person's head, and the next thing you know, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 more reps.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Listen, it was kind of funny. There's a clip there. I was kind of hiding behind one of the weights, and I'm like, God damn. This dude's talking to the weights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that something that you do to kind of just hype yourself up? Because I try to hype myself up to go to the gym. I'm all dressed up, ready to go today, and we didn't go because of you. We're here. Yeah, so right. I use that as another excuse.
Right.
What are your excuses, if any?
I don't have any, unless I'm like sick.
Yeah?
I really don't have any. I'm there.
Yeah.
Anybody tell you that? No, I'm there.
But where's this come from?
A long history of trauma. Instead of lashing out at people, I lash out the weights. And get it all out. I leave here, and I feel great. I look at life differently, and life's great. Go about my day.
Let's talk about it, man. You know, because a lot of people don't want to admit that. And before we had this interview, I said, hey, listen, man, you know, I want to give the people, obviously, what it is that you do.
Right.
We've known each other for a while. But I said, you know what? It's appropriate that you speak your truth and maybe explain to people how you got to where you're at. So we're going to go back in the Wayback Machine. I got a time machine, and we're here. So let's talk about this trauma, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, for those that don't know, I was adopted, you know, by a Southern black family. Myself, I'm African American and Albanian, but the people that adopted me were a Southern black family. So I was pretty much raised as a Southern black. But being in foster care had its ups and downs till I was adopted. Still had its ups and downs. A lot of in which, you know, things that I've learned, watched, saw, things that have had happened to me created a lot of I'm not going to say animosity, just a lot of, PTSD, a lot of trauma, and I had to figure out a way to work it out because, as black men, we don't go to therapists.
No, this is my therapy. I be telling people to go, but this is therapy for me.
And just like the gym's my therapy, it saves me. It has saved me for almost 30 years.
It's funny, people always ask how long I've been working out for. And I look around the gym and I'm sitting there saying to myself, I've been working out longer than some of these kids been alive. But if they just, they knew like I knew, and eventually they will. This is it. This is where to be. This will save you in the long run. Mentally, physically, save you on a few doctor's visits unless you let your ego get in the way.
That's awesome. Now, is this something that you were immediately someone said, hey, hit the gym? What got you to the gym? What's that story?
Well, I started in high school.
Yeah.
I used to, believe it or not, it was probably before you got there, I used to get picked on.
Yeah.
And I forget who it was. A couple of members from the football team asked me to come to the gym to, start training in the gym with the football team so I could stop getting picked on.
Yeah.
But ever since then, I grew a strong love for it.
Okay.
My confidence level went through the roof. Obviously, my body started changing.
Mm-hmm.
The bullying stopped.
Yeah. I wonder why.
But yeah, man, I mean, that's where it started. It started in high school.
Yeah.
Like it really started in high school.
Listen, if you are a business owner or entrepreneur and you juggling your email, your text messages, you don't have a CRM, you don't have any automation, you don't even have your social media posts scheduled, I have the solution for you. What you want to do is tap into the lead attraction system. This is an all-in-one system that's going to handle your text messaging, your email, your CRM, your invoices, get you paid, your digital products, your memberships, your courses, your funnels, and also it's an all-in-one solution, so you can get rid of all these other things. It's in one system. You pay one price every single month, and they also have a weekly office hours, so you could tap in and learn while you are breaking in the system. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Tap into the platform and make sure that you grow your business. Lead attraction system. Grab the link below. Let's go.
Now, when you were in high school, obviously, when we are young, what's the saying? Young, dumb, and full of cum.
Yep.
They say to be focused, like you saying that you were focused in the gym. Now, was it because the gym provided kind of like the safe haven? Is it because that you immediately saw gratification through you just getting big and that return on investment is like, all right, you're not getting bullied anymore? Or was it just like there was a true love of the gym? Because when people say they really love the gym, I'm like, that person's a little crazy.
Well, no, I mean, I grew a strong love for it to the point where I'm talking about, the 90s where I was buying the muscle magazines, muscular development.
Really?
Trying to emulate the bodybuilders in those magazines and, prior to what we have now, the internet and social media, but I did a lot of reading on how to, work on myself. And
Okay.
that was the best way to do it then.
Mm-hmm. Was there a lot of dieting, a lot of just making sure watch what you eat?
There was a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
A lot of trial and error. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it. You're still learning.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, you mentioned buying magazines because, we are older men, right? And now you can just go on your phone and figure it out. Was there a lot of information? Was there a lot of resources for you to look into? Because I know the magazines were far and few in between. They weren't as many as they have now.
No, there wasn't a lot of resources. I mean, they properly showed you how to lift. I mean, for what you could read and see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ended up just using those for light warm up. When I go heavy, you'll know it. I hate back day.
They would give some nutritional advice, and then, then you would read about the bodybuilder story or whoever's going to compete in Mr. Olympia or whatever events coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Or, And then there was, after reading a lot of the bodybuilder stories, it became inspirational to me.
Okay.
As well. So
now, within their stories, were there any relatable stories to what you were dealing with? You mentioned, going through the foster system. Maybe they weren't, adopted, but maybe were having some own issues, like maybe getting picked on as well.
A few of them had their own issues that I want to say that they took their trauma, turned it into the fuel to their fire to train.
Okay.
And that's something I learned to do. Because we all know, trauma and PTSD can keep you from doing a lot of things. And nope, that's my fuel. That's my fire.
Yeah, especially the past month, right? So the month of May, Mental Health Awareness Month. A lot of people, I think, sometime when it first started coming out, people started talking about it like Charlemagne the God. A lot of people were like, that's more gimmicky. It's just everybody just trying to find a way out of like saying, like putting blame on something if something's not going right. But it's good that we're now seeing more people coming out with stories. This is why I've created this platform so people can give their particular notes, right? Because what I've gone through and what you've gone through might be night and day, but similar at the same time. Correct. So it's good that you found some comfort in reading those stories and hitting the gym, but at the same time, you had to kind of write your own stories. Can you give me an example of maybe something you've gone through? Because I know you train people that you've passed on to them and it's helped them out.
Right. So, the hardest thing, well, I wouldn't even say hard, because it's life and we all go through it. I ended up with a strong battle of addiction to alcohol.
Okay.
It was bad. I have my friends like yourself and other individuals telling me, get help. And we all know someone is not going to get help until they're ready.
Right.
And after long talks with your father, what's up, Mr. Bonet? And, steered me in the right direction to, to get the help, because there's a lot of things I didn't see that he saw for me.
Okay.
Like wanting to be there for my kids when they graduate, just life stuff, stuff you don't want to miss. So, yeah, I took it upon myself and put myself in a 30-day rehab. And ever since then, I haven't looked back.
Now, how was that with so going in, and again, thank you for sharing that with us, especially with Fight. The red ribbon happens to be addiction. So would love for you to be, and we've talked about that, and being an ambassador for me. Now, within that 30 days, would you say that because you were away from the gym, were you able to then identify something else that can help you outside of the gym?
Believe it or not, the facility I was in had a gym.
Oh, shit. Get out of here. Okay.
So, yeah, let's just say I spent a lot of my time in that
gym.
Well.
Okay. Nah, man, that's a beautiful thing. I thought maybe like you would have identified like a different coping mechanism, you know what I mean, to fight that.
They had different coping mechanisms. I mean, we used to go on, walks, trail walks, we would do dumb things like jump into the rivers and stuff like that, fun things. And then there was also times to, talk about why we were there. But my cope was different from that cope. My cope obviously was the gym, and theirs was doing whatever else they offered.
So do you, now for anyone that's watching this, they might be like, all right, so, alcoholism was something that you were fighting, but the gym is just not for them. Do you have any advice or maybe something that you might have learned during the rehab stint that you went through that you can share with them?
I mean, the unfortunate part with addiction is you gotta want to quit.
Okay.
You have to want to. Nobody anywhere is gonna talk you into it. Something in your brain is gonna say, you know what, I've had enough. And the gym was my savior. For anybody else, it could be a multitude of things, reading books, or even starting to help other addicts, or just doing things that help others. Actually is more satisfying, and it gives you more gratitude. It gives you a sense of purpose, especially when you're battling, addiction, because, the stigma with addiction is, oh, you're worthless. You're never going to do this. You're never going to do that. So, try to change that stigma a bit. And because I know a few addicts, and they're very, very, they're hurt individuals, but they're very helpful.
Yeah.
So
now I think I find that fascinating, right? So we all kind of go through our own issues and stuff like that. For me, one thing I've noticed is that I am one to kind of just, I'm always like kind of like looking down at myself or just already making an excuse for not satisfying or meeting my expectations. An example of that is like the studio. I'll record something, I'll shoot something, and I'm just like, it's not that what I'm seeing other people doing, but yet other people will kind of just say, bro, I think that's what it is. I think it's dope. Like, why are you not seeing that? How long, and you mentioned, my father seeing something in you. When did it actually click without, him saying, hey, I see this, but you looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I see that too, or see something else that's greater than what he's saying?
From what he was saying, my thing that clicked to me was my children.
Yeah.
Definitely, especially, with my history of, foster care and adoption and not knowing my real parents. I was like, yeah, you know what, let me not do that to my children.
Yeah.
So that was my wake-up call.
Yeah? Yeah. That's dope. How's the relationship with the kids?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Great. Really, really good kids. I'm proud. I'm very proud of them. Very proud father.
That's dope. That's dope. And I should say Happy Father's Day.
Same to you.
You know what I mean?
You,
and
definitely.
I told everybody, and we'll see when I release this, I put out a post because every year, right, it's like for the holidays and everything else, right? It's like if you don't hit somebody in their text, they take it personally. So I put out a thing. I'm like, hey, anybody who sees this,
I did see that.
Happy Father's Day, damn it, if it's appropriate.
And it's funny because I looked at my phone like, wow. Then I thought about it. I said, I'm not messaging anybody either.
Word. Yeah. You know how many people we got to go through? And then if you don't, they take it personally. Right. I feel like, how do you feel about this? Because we're about the same age, right? How do you feel about just the society that we're in? Because everybody's just so, I don't want to say sensitive, right? But just kind of touchy-feely, like, oh, you said this and it's about me. It's like, no, I was just saying something, right? Like, do you think that society's just going in the wrong way? I feel like it's getting worse.
Yeah, everything's attack mode.
Yeah.
Everybody's feeling as if no matter what's being said, they're under attack.
Yeah.
Which is sad because they've taken the English language and turned it into, anything you could say can be hurtful,
right,
or detrimental to someone.
That's scary, isn't it?
Very.
It's like, and that's why I feel for comedians. Like, I love to laugh. Yeah, I love to laugh, and I'm always making jokes, and the wrong thing, and it's like, you're in trouble. Like, that's the part I think with society we gotta figure out. We gotta iron out, man, because like, if freedom of speech is still a thing, we should, quote unquote, be allowed to say pretty much whatever. But I think, to me, where we should draw the line is when you're trying to hurt individuals or groups directly with words or your actions. More so actions, right?
Yeah, it's more so actions because a lot of the words are being misused.
Right.
It's more so actions.
For sure. And I think if everybody literally, because I'm going to use your industry because you're a bodybuilder, right? And right now, I think we are at the peak of like people being shallow because there's a little ego trip in it. You know what I mean? For
absolutely.
The satisfaction of having a nice body. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get rid of these little tatas I have right here, right? But at the end of the day, you have a lot of people putting this facade up so they can kind of just impress other people. Do you get a lot of flack from people? You know what I mean? That I bust chops with anybody that's like more fit than me. I'm like, oh, put your shirt on, man. Nobody wants to see that.
Right. For me, anybody will tell you, you'll probably never see me with my shirt off.
Yeah.
If you do, it's at the beach.
Yeah, not a thing.
I look big in clothes. Why I need to take my clothes off? I need to take my shirt off.
They know what's under there. Nah, that's a fact, man. So there's no body shaming out there?
No, I don't. Man, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Love what God gave you.
That's true. So let's talk about so we went from cleansing your body, slowing down, or stopping the alcohol completely. getting better with the kids, being a better father, being a greater father than what bad examples we're seeing out here sometimes in these streets. So they don't feel what you felt as a young man growing up. So now my question to you is, you have this brand, which thank you again for the shirt. What do you see coming from that shirt? What do you see yourself doing? And we'll say in 1 year and then in 3 years with your current practice.
Like, to me, it's a mantra.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people have started to adapt it because, you know, die first, then quit.
Mm-hmm.
And then people, like, they look at it and, you know, it takes a minute to kick in, but don't quit. Just don't quit.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Life's going to continue to go on. Keep going. The only thing that's going to happen first is death.
Facts. That's facts. Now, is this something that you came up with a while ago? Did because we've all experienced some loss the past few years. Is that something that just kind of just made this kind of line pop up?
No, I'd seen it somewhere, and I was like, wow, that's ill.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot where I saw it, and then I kind of had my own little take on it.
Mm-hmm. It just stuck with you.
Yeah.
No, that's good, man, because you ain't lying. Like, shoot, you know, you can quit after you're dead. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I haven't figured out it. I haven't met anyone that's died and come back yet. You know, I'm sure that they're with AI and everything else going on, they're trying to figure that out as well. So now let's talk about something real cool. So recently, this past weekend, this past Saturday, you were at an event. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. Let's talk to us about this event, because this has been going on for quite a while, man.
Yeah, it has. It has. It was a celebration of Donna Summers.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, I want to say almost 10 years, if not longer.
I think longer. Yeah.
They have it either Boston City Hall Plaza or I forget what the other place we had it at last year, but it's in the city of Boston regardless. It's kind of like the kickoff to the summer, celebrating Donna Summers' life, because we all know she came from Dorchester.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And for people that don't know, if you want to give them, who's Donna to you?
Donna is like, let's see, my cousin Rob is her nephew.
Mm-hmm.
But my cousin Rob, as we know, we're not really cousins.
Mm-hmm.
But I call him my cousin because it's 30-plus years of friendship.
There you go.
You know, the only real person besides Dwayne that I've known that long. I've met these guys when I was like 8 years old. Yeah. And we're still tight.
Good.
You know, but that event, you know, we go to every year. We show support to the family.
Mm-hmm.
We love it. It brings out everybody, all walks of life.
It sure does.
It's really fun. This year they brought back the roller skating. I'm kind of upset. I wanted to bring my daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't know him better, but that was really fun.
Yeah.
Fun. The rain held off. It was a good time.
That's a blessing, bro, because I think things got derailed with COVID, because I remember that. And I do remember attending one. This was a few years ago, and I seen all walks of life, like you had said, people just roller skating, you know, all pronouns were out before people were like focusing on pronouns, right, which was crazy to me. But like, it was just a really good time. It was a kickoff to summer. I think everybody really just came in. It was like a true melting pot, the way you would say it should be. Absolutely. It felt New Yorkish real quick.
It was a beautiful vibe. It was a beautiful vibe. People, all walks of life, and everybody just vibing together over music. Music always brings people together.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So now, we're going to go back to the gym one time.
This is my range of motion from my boxing. Weight goes up, reps go down. God damn, shit's heavy. But it feels good. It feels good.
But I have a question for you, because I told you I got a little tear in my rotator cuff. So as of late, I've been going to PT, and my PT person has been beating my ass, and I thought it like we had beef or something. I was like, is this like someone's like an ex that I like a sister or something? But come to find out, this is what they do. Do you have any
so you don't like them,
bro? And I'm like, hi, Amy. Let's do it again. But do you have any suggestions for me? Because I graduated from the red band to the green band. I'm a blue band now, where I'm stretching. Look at that. I got my arm all the way up, where before I was just like this. I was taking my shirt off like that. But I have to deal with the inflammation. But do you have any suggestions that I should take just to kind of help me like mend a little faster? Because I'm trying to avoid the knife, man. I'm trying to avoid surgery.
I mean, is it torn?
What's that?
Is it torn?
It is slightly torn.
Slightly torn.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is keep stretching and putting a lot of blood in there.
Yeah.
You all know blood heals.
Yeah, that's a fact. Shoot, I had Gordy Gronkowski here last week, and we were talking about that, and because he's had a bunch of surgeries, like back surgeries and stuff, but he's really into stem cell, the research and using stem cells. And I was like, shit, maybe that's something that I inject in here. But I kind of was busting his chops because he went on another podcast and they were talking about stem cells for his dick. And I'm like, holy shit. I was like, listen, I ain't saying I need to try it, but if it could work on this, maybe I'll entertain the thought. I mean, nothing wrong with being blessed, a little extra blessed. Would you, because I know you've had some back ailments, try stem cell?
I would.
Yeah?
I would. I mean, at this point, man, why not?
Yeah.
Honestly, why not? We take things, we have no idea what we're taking anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Yeah. And the technology is there, too.
Yeah.
Other countries are using it. I think the United States is a little slow. I don't know where he got his. Maybe he traveled outside the state. I remember Peyton Manning did that a couple years ago. Yeah, go overseas, you know. But I'll tell you, getting this tear honestly woke me up as far as like, yo, you getting old, player. You do want to stretch. You do need to hit the gym. You got to stay more active. And I used to be like, man, I'm not overweight. I'm not this and that. I feel good. I'm looking at friends, you know what I mean? And they know who they are. And I'm like, man, they're like, you almost feel. I'm like, yeah, I could still ball. But one day, I'm like, oh, no, what's going on? And then I swear to goodness, everything started falling apart after that. I'm taking blood medication. My testosterone is low. I'm taking like meds for that just for it to work out.
Yeah, also, like, that could have been a blessing in disguise. You know
Boom. That's what I'm thinking, too. So now, again,
that was your body telling, listen, we need to do something.
We got to do something. I don't know who you think you are. You know what I mean?
Listen to their body,
this ain't the 2000s no more, players. 2023. So you need to get it up. But I can't say I'm going to do what we did or what you did at the gym.
Man, listen, everybody had a starting point.
Yeah?
Everybody got
So what was your starting point in high school? Like, because right now, well, at the way my condition is, I think that 45 bar might be just like.
Everybody, you start somewhere. Start somewhere. Everything after time gets easier.
Yeah.
Except when you get older.
Facts. Thanks, Dom. So I guess he got a time machine, man, because it ain't getting easier.
No, believe me, these days I'm like, why am I still doing this?
Yeah.
You know, but I was like, hey, you know what? But I enjoy doing it. Even these days, I don't even want to be there. I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Now, are you still training? We had spoke off before this. We spoke about the few individuals that you were training. Are you still training those individuals?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And how's it going for them? Because I know there was one lady that you had mentioned that was going to go, she was actually going to go try out for something, right? Or perform.
First show.
Or first show, okay.
Yeah, she's doing very well.
Really?
Well. You know, I always hated training women because all they do is complain.
Yeah.
She doesn't complain.
Really?
Does the work.
Ready to go.
Does the work and just ready to go.
That's awesome.
So, this other female, same thing. Does the work, no complaints. Then, on the other hand, now the guys are the ones who complain.
See, fellas, we got to step it up.
But let me tell you, I'm not any easier on women than I am fellas.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if I know your work ethic. I'm not gonna let you slack.
Yeah.
You know
Do you think that women are mentally tougher than men?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nah, that's dope though. That's actually dope because when you told me like her regimen, I was Extremely impressed. Extremely impressed. Now, do you see you taking your company and then, because obviously you're working out here, you're training people, you're getting your brand out there. Is the next step to find somebody that maybe that you sponsor them, so where you give them some gear and get your name really out there? Is that going to be like the next thing for DomN8?
I got my hands like on so many things that I want to do. I'm almost like, I want to say I have ADD because I'm like, yes, I want.
ADD's all right, brother.
Yeah,
it's got me this.
Like, yes, love the shirt idea. Then I obviously, as the shirt thing starts to go, it's like I started thinking bigger. And, I got to take a step back because my bigger thought is just my own gym.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd have my apparel in it, but,
Okay. I ain't mad at that, man. Like a lot of people are paying $10 like me and not going back. So it's like a free $10, bro.
Right.
Now, is that something that you really see that you're going to do, you would like to do in this state? Do you like to do it in a warmer area?
I would definitely do it in this state.
Really?
This state has a lot. It has a lot of people who want to be fit, a lot of people who want to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Just not a lot of facilities.
Yeah. Do you think like a facility like a Planet Fitness or Crunch, are they intimidating? What would you do that's different?
I wouldn't say Planet Fitness is intimidating. Crunch, kind of.
Yeah.
There are some gyms out there, let me tell you, that blow the gyms. Like every other month I'm going to a different gym. Every gym that I've gone to is blowing away the one that I thought was the best one before.
Really? Like, what is it about that makes one better than the other?
Size and equipment.
Yeah.
Size and equipment.
Okay. I thought you were going to say that the people there are putting their weights back. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is a pet peeve of this guy.
Yeah. Listen, I've been tired. I'm looking at it like, damn, I got to take all these plates off.
Yeah.
Still got to do it.
Still got to do it.
Still got to do it.
Yeah.
If I left it for somebody else, guess what? I'm the asshole.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And a few of y'all have left it for me, and guess what? Y'all are assholes.
That's the one thing I definitely caught. You're like, hey, let's not forget putting these weights back. Let's not forget it. So that's pretty dope. And I'm not going to lie because, way back when I did go to the gym here and there, I remember last set, I'm like, man, I'm out of here. And I would leave it because I'm just fatigued. I'm like, I just used all my might to get that last one up. Right. And now you want me to take this 45 plate and then probably pinch my fingers, which, we caught you pinching your fingers there too.
Yeah, I sure did.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I could definitely respect that component. Now, I just want to throw a dream scenario at you and you tell me what your thoughts are. All right? Let's say after this interview goes out, people see it. The people at Ghost are like, yo, we got to get this guy. Got to get him to be on our platform. And then at the same time, for whatever reason, I got your doppelganger. I'm sure people have thought that you look like this man. I'm talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Hits me up, and he's like, yo, I need a stunt double. Where are you going? Are you going just for the stunt double, or are you going for Ghost?
I'm going for Ghost.
Yeah? Yeah. No need to be under Dwayne's shadow?
Man, listen, everywhere I go, that's all I hear. My name is Dom, people. Dominique.
I like that. Not The Rock.
Not The Rock. Not Dwayne.
Got you. Now, one more thing before I let you go. There was a rumor out here in these streets that even with all the muscles, you got picked on.
Yep.
I looked at the film. It's on TikTok everywhere.
Watch that. Hey, yo, bro. Let me holler at you real quick. Come here. Oh, shit. Go, Andre. Go. Go. Andre, what the fuck you doing? Andre, go! Andre, go! Andre, go! Andre, go!
Oh, hi.
What happened there, man?
Man.
What happened, bro?
That was fun. Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
That was fun.
How'd you even get to that?
The kid, good kid, cheeseaholic, man. He works out at the gym I work out at a couple times. And then one day he saw me, he was enamored by my size, and he just goes, yo, I got this skit I want to do with you. I'm like, sure, whatever,
Yep.
kid. And one day it was sunny outside, and I forget where I was going. He just pulled up on me. He's like, you ready? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Then that skit just took off. And he called it. And after we watched it, he goes, this is going to do $50 million, I swear. And, you know, a couple of days ago, it's at like 52 million views.
That's
like,
crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you got slapped. Forget the views.
Yeah.
No, but that's pretty dope.
It's funny. I had this guy when we Jesus, I think he said he was in Belize and he saw the video.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he was just like, he's running around telling me, I know these guys.
That's awesome, man. Now, do you think, are you going to find yourself doing more skits like that, or is just kind of?
No, I mean, they're fun to do.
Yeah.
They're absolutely fun to do.
Yeah.
You know, and then the comments, you know, it's funny. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it's just something else to do.
That's what I'm saying. You live your life, you're enjoying yourself, and you know what? You never know who's watching, man.
That's
you
it.
Never know.
That's it.
You never know. Now, do you have, how many, now to go back to the clients, how many clients would you say that you currently have right now?
4.
Nice. Do you think there's a max number that you want to stay at so you don't overwhelm yourself?
Right now, I'm going to stay at 4.
Really?
Only because the 4 that I have are almost, like, they're dependent. They're competing soon.
Oh, so they're all competing?
Yeah. So
oh, wow.
So, require a lot more of my time.
Yeah. Okay. That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever see yourself maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago being at this level right now?
No, honestly, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I thought I'd have been competing, but then, you know, life hit.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's not waste the knowledge that was passed along to me.
Mm-hmm.
The things that I've learned over the, you know, almost 30 years. It's like, you know, let's take this a step further. Stop passing it on.
That's dope. Nah, that's really dope. And while you're passing it on, you know, you're making a name for your company, making some dollars. It all makes sense, passing it forward. Now, do you find therapy in that as well? Because some people might just be like, you know, it's like living through your kids. It's like, come on, you are going to be Jordan because I couldn't be Jordan, you know?
The therapy I find in it is just to see the people I'm training smiling, enjoying what they're doing. And then there's days they don't enjoy what they're doing, but they're thankful that I got them through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's dope.
So
no, that's dope.
Yeah.
All right. I like that, man. There's a lot of good energy, a lot of good things that we've talked about just, you know, on the side, from DomN8 to what you're doing right now, to just, you know, getting better and stronger mentally, physically, and everything else going on in the world with
right.
COVID, losing friends, family members, and all of that, getting better physically, mentally. Now, just want to pitch this dream scenario. Just want to see how you react. So your guys that are competing, they're all winning. It's all getting back to you, all this good energy. Ghost is giving you a nice little contract, but now you've become this trainer. You've come with an agreement with The Rock where you're like, hey, you guys are going to do kind of a skit where maybe you beat him up with cheese, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And y'all doing something. So all of this stuff is happening, but yet they're like, hey, we need you in L.A. We need you in L.A. because this is where it's at. Being out here in Northeast, you guys, we can't work out here. Could you find yourself going out to L.A.?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, because I know you're saying you love with the family.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like, I would honestly say I wouldn't move to L.A.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I at least wouldn't move out there till my kids got older and they wanted to go as well.
Yeah.
But whatever, you know, just wherever I may be needed, I would travel.
Yeah.
Definitely would travel, but I wouldn't move to L.A.
How old would you say you need your kids to be?
18.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I feel too. I'm already trying to get rid of my kids right now. I mean, I'm like, y'all need to figure it out, either college or trade school or some. Well, I'm going to set the foundation, you know what I mean, have you avoid owing a shitload of money, you know, from college or whatever, but just so they can be just good humans. Then me and your mother, we going to try to get the hell out of here to enjoy ourselves for as long as we are here for or allowed to be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, but the thought of moving is always passing. I have a lot of friends. A friend of mine, Kevin, that was here. He's from L.A. He's always like, yo, you want to you do what you're doing right here. If you did it out here, forget about it. And I'm just saying to myself, I hear that, but I feel like there's a bigger purpose for me while I'm here right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I can feel and see that energy with you as well.
Right. You need to go to L.A. You need to go to L.A. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, if they want me in L.A., they know where to find me.
Yeah, yeah. And we can always fly and fly back. You know what I mean? Yo, so again, I appreciate you just as a person, as a friend,
Absolutely.
Because, like, you know, I've seen, you know, your ups and downs, but I always see you always smiling, bro. I mean, I remember when, like, you had the brace on your knee. I'm like, damn, what happened now, bro? You know what I'm saying? But you was smiling, and I'm like, this is not a smiling situation.
Right.
And you're just, like, walking and limping, but still smiling. Your energy is infectious. I wish you nothing but continued success, continued health. You know what I'm saying? Not only just a black man, but just as a friend.
Absolutely.
And if there's anything I can do, just, you know where to get at me. And if I don't answer, you know, holler at my wife, because I always throw my phone down.
Right.
But I appreciate your patience for us doing what we're doing here and sharing your story, because that's important for me. And I appreciate you saying, you know, you would be an ambassador for Fight, because that's important for me. Especially Dr. Bonet will be hella proud with what we're coming together and doing, because it's in line with his mission, because his line is, before any disease, there is a person.
That's right.
We can't forget about the person.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Forget these stigmas and stuff like that. So what I'd love to do at this moment is give a middle finger to everybody that was picking on you when you was younger.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And as he's laughing, I'm laughing too. You know what I'm saying?
But,
And
hey, but guess what? For the right price, I'll still train you.
hey, I like, yes. I like that. I feel the same way. Money talks, baby. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Clifford Bonet, and I'm proud to say this man is a good friend of mine. And again, thank you for pulling up at the CliffNotes Project. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, these are my notes, and we out of here.
Hold on, it's not all she wrote yet. Most important part for walking away from a machine, besides cleaning it, is putting away your weights. There you go.